Hey everybody, welcome to Cooking with Big D. Today I'm in the kitchen making some cream of broccoli homemade soup. These are some of the items that you will need to get this popping on your stove. Let's jump right into it. I've already started with a stick of butter. I have melted it and I have added to the butter a medium-sized white onion. And I've diced it up real fine. And I'm going to go ahead and cook these for about a couple of minutes to get them translucent. All right, now the onions have been cooking for about two to 3 minutes. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. And also I'm going to add about a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I will be also adding about 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne red pepper. The cayenne pepper is not going to put a spice to the soup. It's just going to be another seasoning for the soup to give it another flavor. We'll mix that up real well, let it cook, and then we'll add some garlic, minced garlic. We're going to add about a tablespoon of minced garlic to the mixture here before adding our base, the flour. And we'll let that simmer up for about a couple of minutes and move right on along to the next step. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and add in a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Now this step is very, very important. You want to make sure that you allow the flour to cook about 3 minutes to cook out the rawness of the flour. If not, you will ruin the whole pot of soup. So make sure you let the flour cook for about 3 minutes. And you will want to make sure that you're stirring it so that it doesn't burn or scorch. So now we're ready to add the vegetables. I have diced up some carrots. I use 1 whole carrot and I diced it up and cut it into bite-sized pieces. So we're adding it here so that it can start to get tender. We want them to cook for about 5 minutes before going to the next step. All right, now we're going to add some more flavor to the mixture here. I'm going to be using Better Than Bouillon chicken base. It is roasted garlic flavor. And we'll add that. I'm using about 1 tablespoon and a half. And we'll get that stirred on up in here real good. And we'll add a little more flavor as we go. Now I'm going to pour the broth 1/2 of the container. Then I'll stir it up to make sure that there are no lumps from the flour. And you'll see how it thickens. It'll start to look like it's thickening when I do so. Now that I made sure no lumps are in the soup from the flour, I'll go ahead and completely empty the container of broth into the pan. Okay, now we're going to move on to adding the broccoli to the soup mixture here. Doesn't it look good, guys? It's already looking like you can eat it, right? So yeah, we'll go ahead. I chopped up 2 crowns of broccoli and I've left them in bite-sized pieces. So, I like to get a little bite in broccoli in every spoonful. And then we will allow it to cook for about 5 minutes before adding the next step. And I'm adding 2 whole cups of half and half cream to the mixture. You don't want this to scorch, so make sure you keep an eye on it as it comes to a boil. Now that the soup is boiling, I will start adding in the cheese. I'm starting with 2 cups of shredded mild cheddar cheese, and also I will be using 2 cups of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. It's totally up to you what type of cheese you would like to add to the soup. You can totally use whatever cheese you like to make it your own. I have before used smoked Gouda along with these two, and it is simply delicious. Okay, now that we have the cheese in there, we're gonna just consistently keep stirring it so that it does not scorch on the bottom because at this point it will. So consistently keep stirring the cheese into the soup and it's pretty much done. Once you get it completely mixed up, you're ready to serve. All right, at this point, the soup is completely done. You want to turn off the fire underneath the pot and it is ready to serve. So I'm gonna go on and serve myself up a good old bowl full of this cream of broccoli soup. It has truly been my pleasure bringing you along, as always, in my kitchen, cooking up good stuff. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting on? I would love to have you to be a part of my YouTube family. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification button too so that you'll know each and every time that Big D uploads a new video. Toodles, thanks for coming along.